You cannot see something bigger for your life if you're busy carrying a to-do list in your head. And that is the quote of the day. Welcome back to the Quote of the Day show. I'm your host, Sean Croxton of SeanCroxton.com. Today's episode is brought to you by the Jerf Bar, where clean eating never tasted so good. You can learn more about that over at jerfbar.com. Today's featured speaker is Mel Robbins, who is very quickly becoming one of my favorite speakers. Today, Mel is talking about 3 or 4 tips for getting out of the weeds. And what she means by the weeds is the more successful we get, the longer that to-do list gets. And it can become very overwhelming. I'll give you a quick story. I got to give a big shout out to Malik. You probably don't know who Malik is, but you encounter Malik pretty much every day now, because Malik is who is pulling the clips for the Quote of the Day show now. And so you can hear a lot of new speakers these days. That's because Malik is finding them. And things were getting very overwhelming for me the last couple of months. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Getting ready for interviews, pulling clips for this show, Jerf Bar behind the scenes stuff, getting ready for my mastermind sessions, live events, and at the same time trying to stay in shape and have somewhat of a social life. And Malik reached out to me about a month ago. He's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to reach out and see if there's anything I can help you with." And I thought about it for a minute and I said, "Nah, there's really nothing you can help me with. We got things pretty much dialed in," knowing deep down that I was super overwhelmed. But I was like, "Yeah, send me some skills that you have and maybe check back in a few months and da-da-da," right? And the following week was the week where I missed a whole week of shows because I had to get ready for an interview and we had a mastermind sessions event coming up. And Malik sent me an email probably that Wednesday or Thursday during the week where there was no shows. And he was like, "Hey man, I noticed that you didn't do any shows this week. I can help you find clips when you're busy with other stuff." And it just happened to be a few hours after I reached out to Katie, the assistant. I was like, "Katie, I think we need to hire somebody to find Quote of the Day clips because I'm just really getting burnt out," right? And so I hit Malik back, and now he's hired and working and doing a really good job. And so another tip I can give to you for getting out of the weeds is to hire somebody to help you out if you feel overwhelmed. Sometimes I just kind of have this block when it comes to hiring new people, and it has made a huge difference. When I wake up in the morning, I'm not like, "Oh my God, I got to listen to 5 hours of talks and get ready for a radio show and study some stuff for the event." It's like, okay, everything's going to be all right. And so hope that helps you, and I hope you enjoy this clip with Mel Robbins.
Well, the first thing that you have to do, the very first thing, is you have to get out of the weeds. Successful people are all in the weeds. The busier you are, the more you have going on. You know that old saying that everybody says, "Don't work in your business, work on your business"? Well, we are all in the weeds. And the key to seeing something larger for yourself is getting out of the weeds. I mean, don't you feel like this dude? I know I do. You wake up, brush your teeth, make the coffee, feed the kids, pack the lunches, put them on the bus, get in the car, text your friends, get some coffee, arrive at work, feign interest, answer emails, update Facebook, make cold calls, avoid the meeting, look busy, crunch some numbers, update Facebook, get in the car, go to carpool, feed your kids, feed the dog, check email, update Facebook, kiss your husband, climb into bed, fool around. Are you kidding? I'm exhausted. Turn off the lights. I live in a 2-household, thank you, entrepreneurial family. I'm exhausted. I'm busy. How the heck am I going to see something larger for my life when I have a business to run, when I have kids to take care of? Well, you have to get out of the weeds. And, the truth is there's some good news. And the good news is I heard about this pill that's in development. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for it too. The problem, though, is I think that they're going to have naming problems. Forget it all. It seems like a kind of a bad name for a pill, even though I might take it now and again. So I thought before we jump into how you see something larger, I need to yank you out of the weeds first. So I'm going to give you my advice for what I do in order to keep myself out of the weeds. And you guys don't need remedial personal development. I got that. I just feel obligated to give you some actionable things to do. So getting out of the weeds. Number one, run your life like a business. What does that mean? What that means, and what it means for my life, is every Sunday night we have a family meeting. And we handle all the logistics, all of them. Everything from what days the kids are going to buy lunch at school, to who's going to pack, to what's going on, when you're going to exercise. Handle it all. Because if you don't plan your week out before the week starts, you're going to be in reactive mode. You're going to be running around. You're going to be chasing down the biggest thing that's happening in your life. You're going to be constantly responding. This is one of the most important things that you can do. If you're not married, if you're not living with somebody, do it for yourself. Plan your week. You know this already. Number two, this is my favorite thing to do. I do it a couple times a day. I know some of you are doing this right now instead of actually taking notes. This is do a brain dump. If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like you're in that mode where you're on a treadmill and you're going nowhere and it's just getting faster and faster, somebody said to me on the radio the other day, I love this, she said, I feel like I'm in a rocking chair and I'm just rocking and it's going faster and faster and faster. Take a second, dump everything out of your brain. The old MASH episode you're thinking about, the fact that you have to pick up the dry cleaning, the new valuation you wanted to crunch out for your company, whatever in there, get it out of your brain. You cannot see something bigger for your life if you're busy carrying a to-do list in your head. Final thing, hugely important, exercise. I'm not going to dwell on this. I'm not on a mission to make you skinny. I am on a mission to help you figure out what you want to do with your life and to get it done. There is research out of the Harvard Medical School from Dr. John Rady, which is fascinating. The book is called Spark. He has proven the connection between exercise and your brain. He has proven that if you exercise just 20 minutes a day, that's it, the plasticity of your brain changes. What's that mean? It means that when you exercise, the physical structure of your brain and the chemicals that go into it prime your brain to make faster decisions. You regrow memory cells, and you make better decisions. They have proven it at the Harvard Medical School. Make sure you do it. And I want you to do these things because I want you to get out of the weeds.